Cannabis is a certification process for patients to receive it. It cannot be prescribed. That term does not exist as we talk about medical cannabis. And one other point that I really want to highlight is that the FDA has not approved cannabis as a product. Therefore, it cannot be prescribed. And so it also raises concerns for us as providers and health systems that it could, in fact, if not handled appropriately, jeopardize our Medicaid and Medicare funding for our patients. So there were 5 bills that the healthcare industry worked on to make some small changes to assure that folks who are interested in medical cannabis could, in fact, reach out to their providers, meet with their providers. It has to be an in-person process. So one of those things that we wanted to change is to assure that more physician providers would be interested in doing this, is changing the terminology in the certification process so that the provider does not have to say that they assure that there will be a therapeutic or palliative effect. Legislation was passed to allow that we as facilities can generate our own policies related to how patients, residents, providers are able to work within that world. They can still continue to go to the original provider for their symptoms or their diagnoses of the disease that they actually were seeing them for, that qualifies them for the medical marijuana. They don't have to continue to go back and forth. They can continue to see their current provider. The state is who issues the card. And so we wanted to make sure that that process stayed intact, but was done so that our providers would have the ability to influence how it happened. If there's a dispensary that goes live in Sioux Falls or Brookings, then and an individual wants to buy their cannabis at that dispensary, they would have to be certified by a physician in South Dakota through the South Dakota process, because the Flandreau reservation process is not the same, and so they would have to be recertified, in essence, with a provider that is certified in the state of South Dakota.